Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create this highly dynamic interactive dashboard by using Google Sheet. So this is a productivity dashboard. You can see that this is my personal dashboard. So I used to basically track my, the task that I do on the daily basis. So you can see I have some task which is included here, like wake up at 7, running, shower, breakfast, learning, Upwork projects. So basically you can customize this task as per your requirements. So by end of this video, I'm going to show you a link to this dashboard, so you can basically make a copy and create your own dashboard. So let me first show you the dashboard. So like today is 20, so you can see that as soon as I click like anything, for example this task is done, you can see everything is moving. Okay, if I just select another task which is done, you can see the chart is moving, and everything is basically highly dynamic and interactive. So you can see if as soon as I go ahead and basically done the task, and you can see the dashboard will be basically moving. So this is a great way you can see that. Yeah, so as soon as you basically complete the task, the charts are moving accordingly, and also this is the information, all the informations are moving accordingly. So let me first show you the KPI of the dashboard. Okay, so first KPI that we have, which is total number of tasks that like I do daily basis. So you can see this is just simply counting the number of tasks. Then second I have, which is the completed task. So out of this task, how many tasks I have completed. So for example, I have completed 3 tasks in this the first day of the week. So if I just select another task, you can see that now it's showing 4 tasks, and the completion ratio, which is going to be 25%. So if I just do one more task, you can see it's now has increased to 5. And as soon as I basically basically completing the task, so this informations are updating by default. So accordingly the charts are updating. You can see that if I just select it. Okay, so this is one of the thing, and this is one more KPI which I have included, like fitness and mindsets. So for this you can see the charts are showing here. So as soon as basically I do the task, which is fitness and mindset. So for example, fitness and mindset is the meditations. If I just select the meditations, so you can see the meditation percentage has increased to 75%. So this dashboard will be creating in Google Sheet. So now this is the week 1, this is the week 2. So I'll just update the week 2 here. It's going to be week 2, and it's going to be week 3, it's going to be week 4. So now we can see that for example, if I just come to this sections, okay, on the right section I have added some other KPI, like the longest streak. So streak basically like how many days you have continuously performed the task without any break. So for example, here we have 11 day, so you can see that this is showing 11. So if you just make it one more, you will see it's showing as a 12. So for each task it will show you the longest streak of the month. So this is also I have used some area functions in this. You can see that. So this is how basically this is counting this streak of the month. So and now again here I have added some other like functions, which is like the current. So it will all the compare previous month performance. So for example, in previous month I have totally completed 204 tasks, and I have the completion ratio was 48%. So this month is 23%. So basically I need to work more on this completion ratio. So now this is for the productivity. In the previous month my productivity was 38%, and this is for the fitness and mindset. So previously I have completed 60%, so this month it's basically at 38%. So this is kind of like comparing with the previous month, so that you can plan your day and plan your month accordingly. So now here I have added if logics. So based on the if logics, whatever the time you logged in, it will show you the greetings and the time and your name. So if you want to change your name, you can just we can just change it in the functions. So for example, I just change it to Rahul, any name, for example. You see it has changed. So basically you can basically play with it and change as per your name, of course. So now these are the 3 charts, which is basically showing like this main task that we have the main KPI. So I have created a line chart for this main KPI so that we can visualize like how good we are going. So for example, in these sections you can see that like I have almost completed like 75 so everything we're at 75%. So if I just make it 100%, you can see it will change. So again, that's how it's actually connected. Each and everything is connected. So without further delay, let's get started, and we'll be starting the dashboard. So first let me just give it a name. For example, demo 1 productivity dashboard. Okay, 23, 24. So let's leave few rows for the chart. So I'm just going to give it a color which is like this one. So I'll just give it this color. So this is for the chart and the names. So now next let's start with the KPI, which is going to be total task. So I'll just make it caps, total task. And the next KPI we want, which is a task completion ratio. Okay, so I want, oops, task completion ratio. I want, I'll just remove the, okay, I'll just remove the 5. Okay, so first KPI, which is total task, the second KPI, which is task completion ratio, and the third KPI that we want as productivity ratio. Okay, so the next KPI is productivity ratio, and then the last KPI is fitness and mindsets. Okay, fitness and mindsets. Okay, so these are the main KPI that we will add our dash in our dashboard. So I'll just leave 2 lines okay here, and let me see if I need to add anything else. So total task, which have added task completed. So yes, we will be adding one more task, which is task completed. So task completed, task completion ratio, productivity, fitness and mindsets. Okay, I'll just leave 2 rows here, and then we'll start with the week name. So we will be having week name here, and the next we will be having day number. So, and the next we will have our first task, which is going to be wake up for me at 7 a.m. So you can like, again, this is my personal dashboard for the productivity trackers and habit trackers. So you can basically give whatever the name, or whatever task you want to track on the daily basis. So this is my first task, which is wake up at 7, and then my second task is going for running, so running 30 minutes. And this is my second task. So, and the next task, I want to track also shower at 8, breakfast at 8 a.m. again. I'll just keep it at 8:30. Okay, so this is my task 1, which is wake up at 7, task 2, which is running 30 minute, and shower, which is task 3, and breakfast, which is my task 4. And after that, so my learning task, which is learning 8 to, of course, 8 to 1 p.m. So I'll just keep it as 9 to 1 p.m. So this is the first productivity task. So I want to ensure that I color code accordingly. So now, for example, for productivity task, I just want to color it as like green, light green. So I'll just make it a light green for the productivity, which is this one. and this is my first productivity, so I'll be coloring at a light green so that I remember it. Okay, so this is my first task, which is learning 9 to 1 p.m. So let's go to the next task. So next I have, which is Upwork project, Upwork project 1. So Upwork project 1, which is I usually do like 1 to 2. So I'll just keep it as like 1, and this is my another productivity task, so I want to track this as well, so I'll just keep it as the same color for the productivity. And next I have, which is going to be I do some projects 2 I want, and this is also my productivity task, so I'll be coloring it as the same color. Okay, so next I record YouTube video, so which is going to be the next task. So YT video time like is going to be 3 to 6 p.m. Okay, so this is my another productivity, so I'll just keep it the same color. So at 6 I do meditations, so meditations, so this is and the mindsets, fitness and mindset, this is under this product, this category, which is fitness and mindsets, so I'll just color it the same. And also morning task that I do, like wake up at 7, running and shower, or like like consider under the same category, which is the fitness and mindsets. So other than this, okay, next let's move to the next task that we have. So I usually take a power nap evening before starting my day again. So the power nap, which again comes under the 30 minutes, so this will take my time from 6 to 6:30, so I'll just consider it under the meditations task, and this both are in the same category. So after the power nap, so I usually do some rest, so I'll also consider that as a task, rest. So rest, and after resting, so the next task we have, which is learning 8 to 11. So again learning 8 to 11 p.m. So this is my another productivity task, so I'll just color it as a green, this one color. So productivity, fitness, and the total task. Okay, so after 11 I usually solve lead code problems, which is my important KPI. So lead code problem 1, so I solve this from 11 to 11:30, so I'll just color it as 100 productivity. So next which is going to be, so yeah, I also want to track like how many glass of water I actually drank the whole day. So drink 6 glass water, if whole day I have drunk like 6 glass of water, so I'll just check that. So because I want to track like the water consumptions, so I'll just keep it under, let's say, fitness and mindsets, okay, in this category. So this is going to be this color. Okay, and then I also want sleep by 11, so sleep by, oops, so sleep by 11:30 to 12, so I just want to make it as like 11:30 to 12 a.m. So this is my last task, which comes under fitness and mindsets. So that's it. So we have the basic, like the task which just ready. So now let's go ahead and leave one column. So next we will start with the second column. So week name, so first give it a week name. So I want 7 day, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 day I want to merge it, and I want to make it as like week 1. So I just want to keep it in the middle, and the second week, which is going to be week 2, and third week, which is, so for third week, which is going to be week 3 second. So one more week, which is going to be week 4. So in week 4 we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we can add basically, like 2 or 3 days more based on the, I usually basically track it for 4 weeks. So that's fine for me. So you can, if you want, you can just add more cells after this. Anyhow, we will need to add it because we will be adding some other, KPI at the end. So now let's start with the day number. So day number I usually put like the day, which is going to be, let's say 01. So for example, we're doing it for the month of, Feb. So we want 02 as month, 01 2024. So this is for the first Feb. So we will just go ahead and, drag it to the last day of the month. So we have till 28 of Feb. So now I don't want like, this much of, big I would say column. So I'll just make it smaller. Okay, so to make it smaller, I'll just go ahead and make this date short. Okay, so to do that, I'll go to format, numbers, and custom date and time. So I'll basically delete the month, delete the year, only I'll left, it will left only day. Okay, so now you can just pre-customize it. So just make it small. We can just reformat it later on. So now we have basically, the week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. So let's just go ahead and, create like border for this all 4 weeks. So let's go ahead and select the border line as a little bold, and I want just simple border, so it's going to be this one. So let's go ahead and click it again. Week 1, so we will do the coloring later on. So first go ahead and add check box into this all, day. So we'll go ahead and select all the tasks that we have in our dashboard. So we will just go to insert, and in insert there is an option called check box. So this one. So now you can see that we have checkbox in our task. So as soon as I basically complete the task, I'll select the checkbox. As soon as I complete the second task, I'll select the checkbox. So now one more thing I want to do. So I want this from this is a date, of course. So I want the current days, like the today has to be highlighted. Okay, so for example, today is 28, so which is 28, and I want this cell to be highlighted based on the condition. So I can do some conditional formatting, so to highlight the current day. Okay, so we just click on this range and go to format and go to like conditional formatting. Say, so from the conditional formatting we can just put a conditions where the date is today. So if I just select it today, I can just select the color. So I want it as a black color and the text to be white. So basically it's going to highlight the today, okay, out of this day. So like if I just click on the task which is done, I can just select it here. So I don't want any other cell after the dashboard, so you can basically control shift down and you can just delete all the cell that you don't need. Okay, so now this part is done. So what I want here is that it has to be count like the task that I have done. So first I want the total task to be counted here, so I'll just select count A. So I can use a counter here to count all the tasks that I have in the sheet, of course, which is going to be same. So total task we have 15. So let's count it again: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So total task I have, which is 15. So now the second I want task completed. So basically this should count like the number of cell that I have checked. So for example, the 1 2, for example, 2 cells are checked, so I want this to be counted here. So we can use the countif function for this. So I can use countif, and I can select the range, which is going to be from here to here, and in countif we can just mention criteria as true. Just close it. So now you can see that the 2 task has been completed. So if I just do one more task, one more task, one more task, you can see that it is updating. Okay, so this is done. So now next I want the task completion ratio. So for example, out of total 15 tasks, how many tasks are completed and what is the ratio? So if 15 out of 15 we have completed 15, it should give you 100%. If it is like 7 or 7.5, it should give 50%. So to do that, that's very simple. You can just select the task completed and multiply it by 15. So this should, and just click on this percentage. So this should give you the percentage. So I don't want any numbers after the decimal, so I can just decrease the decimal by just clicking it here. So this is done. So now I can simply click and drag it, all these three. So let's just go ahead and sum the productivity and the mindset, then we'll drag. So for productivity, we want something little different, because we have it like 3 cells we have here, and two more cells here. So we will need to basically sum all the productivity cell. So to do that, we will be using countif with another countif. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I want from this, so this is for the productivity. So I want all the light green cell to be counted. So we have selected this to this, then I'll just put the condition which is true. Now I want to plus it with another countif, and then I want to select another green both cell and select criteria as true, and just close the bracket. So now this should give me the productivity task that I have completed. So I have only selected like one productivity task is here, and let me just check. So 2 productivity tasks here, 1 productivity task here. So we have totally selected 3 productivity tasks. So now what I want, this not like full number, instead I want percentage here. So to do that, first I need to basically count how many cells I am referencing. So 1, so let me just count it manually: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So total 6 tasks that I have which are under the productivity. So I'll be just dividing it by 6. So by 6, and then I want it to be divided by 6. So now you can see that it's just giving 50%, because we have just selected 3 out of total. So let me just uncheck it. Total 6 tasks we have selected 3. So if I just select one more, you can see it's 47 now. If I select one more, it's 83. So what I want, if I just select one more, so it's like 100%. So what I want again the same format of this one. So I'll just decrease the decimal. So next I want the again the same for the fitness and meditations, fitness and mindsets. So I will use the same, which is count if, and I want to basically count all the cell which are selected in the fitness category. So these 3 cells are there, and the criteria should be true. If they are true, I want it to be count. Then I want a sum, which is plus sign, and then I want this 2 cell to be counted. So another count if. Now I'll just select the both cell, which is this 2, and again condition is going to be true. Now, okay, close the brackets, and then I just want to sum it with another two more cell which are again in the same categories. So sum countif. So let me just go ahead and select this to cell again. Now the condition is true. So now let me just close the brackets. So we have two cell which is selected in this fitness and mindsets. So if I just unselect this two, you can see it's showing 0. So let me go ahead and select this two just for now. Now I want this one as well, a ratio, so I'll just give a ratio sign here, percentage. Okay, so to make it percentage, I need to again count like how many cells I have. So for example, 1 2 3, then I have 5 6 7, so total 7. I can divide it by 7 to get it like the ratio. So I'll just put it in a bracket and divide it by 7. So this, so I have noticed I was doing a mistake here, so I need to put this 7 outside of this function, which is 7. So now it should work fine. So now you can see 28%. So basically we have selected 28% of the fitness and mindset task. So if I just select like all the tasks, you will see it's showing, it should show as like 100%. So if I just select remove task, so should basically reduce to 0%. So as soon as basically I select it, it should show me 100% or the percentage. So I again this one to be same, no decimal. Okay, so we have almost done. So I can just go ahead and drag it to the last. So now you can see that this is showing the percentage. So just restructure it and reformat it, this cell from here to the last. We can just do a reformatting. So reformatting is done. So I have the total task and the completion ratio. So if I just select it like a task here, you can see, so it's showing the task. So if I just select any task, you can see this percentage has been has actually changing. So let me just go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead and reformat it again. Okay, so now what we need is like chart here, which is showing like trend lines of these three productivity. So the task completions, I want to color it as yellow as per our previous as per our dashboard. So I want three tasks, three basically chart which is on the top, and create the chart for our the KPI. So I'll just select the KPI range, so from here to here, and then I'll basically go to chart and create chart here, and in the chart type we will select the second one, which is smooth line chart. So let me just drag it to the sheet on the top. So we want it from here to here, and I'll go ahead and basically drag it here. So now as soon as basically I select informations, the charts are updating. So you can see that. So we'll just recolor it as per our requirements. So let me just go ahead and format the charts. So first let me just format this vertical lines. So we will go to, once you double click, we will go to customize, and we can basically select the grid line as basically this. Now the grid lines are, the lines are smooth. So now we will go ahead and basically select one of the chart here. So if you can just double click on the chart, and you can basically format the colors and everything. So first we want the task which is now here as 60%. So this is the productivity. I think the productivity is showing as a red. So this is the chart for productivity. So thickness I want which is 2 pixel, and I want circle but 3 pixel, 3 pixel, and let's see. So it's showing a little big. Okay, let me just go ahead and reformat it. Still showing 10 pixels, so I'll just select it 3 pixel now. So the productivity showing fine, but we'll just need to change the color, which is going to be the productivity color is the dark one. So we have selected the productivity charts colors. So next I want the next chart, which is going to be 40%. So if we just click on it, so you just have to click on it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and click on the second chart, which is the second one, and this one is for basically 40%, which is the task completion. So I want this one to be yellow, so this one yellow, so I'll just select little dark yellow, and thickness I want 2 pixel, and pointers I want 3 pixel px, and the colors I want yellow, and then I want the line 3, which is this one. So let me just change it. So this is for the fitness and mindsets. So I want to change the color to fitness and mindsets, which is going to be this one. I want a little bit darker so that we can easily identify, not too dark. So this is for the fitness and mindsets charts. So I want thickness to be 2 pixel, sorry 3 pixel, and that's it. So this is a one line thickness I want 2 pixel, and the pointer thickness, which is this points, so that's 3 pixel. So I want a header, of course, so we'll go ahead and chart style. So in header I want month name, which is February, daily habits, daily tracker. We want to give it a same name. Okay, I want it in the middle, and the color I want, which is as per our sheet, this color. So this seems to be fine. I want this to be at the bottom, position at the bottom. So now yellow means of course task completions, so I'll just match it with the same color. This seems to be so, and the green is for the productivity. So productivity I'll just make it green, this green. So I want it this green, and yellow is for the task completions. So this seems to be fine. So if I just select some task here, you can see that it's moving as per I select it. So as soon as I click on the checkbox, it's basically updating the informations. So I need now a few more informations, like on the right side, if I just see in our main dashboard that we have, which is like this one. So here we have more informations like current percentage. So basically this tells current month total, like how the ratios are going, and the last month informations, which is are picked up from the previous month. And then I want longest streak, so basically how many days continuously, like I have basically completed the task. So this is tells that, and the completion ratio for the each task. So this two, so I need basically two new column. So let's go ahead and add that. So let's just click on it, and I want one column to the right. I want one more column to the right. So let's just make it a little bigger. so I don't need anything here, so I'll just remove it. So now here what we need, let me just go ahead and check. We want okay, so we want to check merge this one, and then we want this you have planted, so this is kind of basically, you know, motivations for me, like how many days I have, you know, completed, like total how many days basically I have basically, you know, complete even you know, like even a single task. So this should basically, you know, tell me that information. So I'll just select merge here, and this also I want merge. So I want to insert an image of leaf here, so I'll just go ahead and insert image over the cell. So let me go ahead and insert image, which is this one I want to insert. Just make it a little smaller, and this inside that cell, and this should tell like the number of days that I have basically completed even a single task. So what I want is like count if from oops, so count if I want from this cell to the last cell, and criteria is that if it's greater than 0, so I want greater than 0. Just close it. Oops. I'll need to put it in quotes, I think. Yes, this is seems to be working. So let me just format it and make it like 20, maybe 25. So basically out of, let me just color it, change it to white. So this is basically telling, let me just color it. Let me format it. So this is telling like how many days I have basically touched a single task. Okay, so now this is not counting the 0 if I just missed it. So let's say if we just select, like here it's showing 0 task, that means I have not touched the dashboard or I have not done any task. So if I just update it, you can see it's counting. So this is something great. So now let's go ahead and basically put the informations here. So let's see what we have in our main dashboard, which is this two. So you can just copy it. Okay, so I'm just pasting the information. So current month and last month we have here. So now we want to sum, which is the total task. We want to sum total task. So I'll just put enter. So total task that I have done, which is 46 for this month, and we want the same, but here instead of the task completions percentage, we want average. So instead of sum, we want average here. So average of this just 12%, and this too also I want average. So average completions of fitness and mindset 10% in the whole month, and this is like 13%, and this is like the task completion, which is 11%. Total tasks completed this month. So this is you know, we want to basically find the information from the last month, so we can basically select the informations here from the last month. So I'll be doing it later on. So now let's go ahead and, you know, add the streak and other informations here. So let's find out what we have in our main dashboard. So in the first, I want longest streak and the completions. So longest streak, basically how many days continuously I have completed the task without any break. So I want that. So, and the completions. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me just merge to cell. So I want this, I want longest streak completion ratio. So let me just reformat it and make it bold. So now let me just go ahead and make it a little more bigger. So now let's go ahead and put this formula here. So for the longest streak, this formula is a little bit big, so I'm not going to type it. So I'm just going to copy it from my this dashboard here. So it's a mix of array, max and frequency functions. So I'll just copy it from here. So I just need to make sure that the columns are selected, which is in my this dashboard. It's from C15 to AD15. So AD15. So I'll be just selecting, copying the same. So it's just for this, let me just enter it. So for this I have again, which is C15, this is B, so C15 to AD15. Let me check. So C15 to AD15. So total 6 longest stick I have, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is, you can say, 6 days continuously. Let's say I have done the task. So if I just select one more, 7. Now if I just select more than 6 here, so let's say I want to select 8. So you can see it's going to consider this one instead of this. So whatever the longest one, it's going to consider that. So let me just double click on it. So that's going to apply in the all cell. So the completion ratio is again going to be same, which is count if I want to count from this cell to the last cell, and what I want to count if it is true. So that means if it is checked. And for the ratio, I want to select it and divide it with the number of cell. So let me just so let me just put the form function inside the brackets. So a range which I want from this to this, what I want to count, which is I want to count true, and I want to divide it by the total number of cell. So to how do I count the total number of cell? I can just simply use a count, and I can use from this cell to this cell. So basically this function will return me a count, and let me just make it simple. Count if the range is going to be from here to last. Simply I can just divide it by 28, which is the number of days. Now just click on percentage and remove the 0. So now you can see that if I just double click on it, so I have the completion ratio for each task for the month. So let me just put in the middle. So the dashboard is almost ready. So let me just go ahead and remove this extra cell. So now what we left with is just the formatting and this greetings. So let's, it's going to take some time. Like as per our main dashboard, which is we have here on the base of time it should give us a greeting, so we will need a functions here, so we can use if logic for the same. So we can use if and then the logic we can put inside the brackets. So let me just first close it. So if logic, what we want is that now functions we can use now. So now returns basically the current time. So from now we want to subtract the hour. So hour. So now we want to check if this hour from this now time is greater than equal to 4. So basically if it's greater than 4, then we want to check another conditions, which is another if. Then I want if hour now, and then I want to check this hour if it is less than 12. If this is true, so then I want good morning now 0. So simply you can put your name here. So if this is true, but if it is false, then I want to check another if conditions. So if, then I want again hour, then I now. So from now it takes the hour and check if it is less than 18. So if it's less than 18, so it tells like good afternoon. So just make sure put it on the double quotes, good afternoon, double quotes. And if it's false, then it's good evening, good evening, again my name. So let's close the brackets. So good afternoon Nazir. So you can see that it's still the time is still less than 16, which is 4 now. Sorry, less than 18, so it is 4 now. So it's just telling me basically good afternoon. So this is how we can build logic using if functions. So let me just function it, make it proper. Let me just make it little more like I want 18, and I want to change the color as the same as, oops, same as the dashboard color, little dark. Okay, so I think the dashboard is done. We just need to format it now so that it should look like the original dashboard which you have here. So first formatting, I want this week, and then I want some conditional formatting in this cell, and some conditional formatting in as well if you want. So let's go ahead and do that formatting. So first week 1, I want color to be light green, and for week 2 I want the color to be little darker green, and this we want like this color. So let's border it. So we want to border it like main border, and we want to border it weekly based. So let me just go ahead and do that on weekly based. So for this one also I want a border which is on the weekly based. Border is done, so we just need to select this cell as well and put some light simple border. Don't want that bold here. So let me just pick a simple color here. Okay, next I want So next I want this checkbox to be, you know, like colored. So let's go ahead and do that. We can just select the checkbox range, control shift down. So error conditional formatting. So what I want to check, so we want to check if this range is equal to true, which is going to be equals to, is equal to true. That means if they are checked, then I want a color like this one. So as soon as I select any checkbox, it should keep this color. And to how do you get this conditional formatting cell, you can just select the range that you want. For example, this cell you want, you can just go to format and this conditional formatting. This is how you'll find this, menu. So let's go ahead and, so now I think it is almost done. We can just do some more color formatting, color condition as per our requirements, but this seems to be, going to work fine. So now if I just select, you can see if I want to check it. So if I just select any cell, you can see this percentage is increasing, because if I am just selecting this task done, and the charts are also moving, like as soon as you do the task, your daily task completions ratio, which is getting increased. And so basically this is working fine. So now if I just do the green range, you can see that the green charts is basically increasing. So now to basically link the if you want like last month numbers to be shown here, so you can just link the last month. I'll just show you a sample how you can do that. So let me just name it, let's say Feb 24, and I'll just create as a copy, and this one I'll just put it as like Jan 24. For example, this is for Jan 24. So to link that, I'll show you how you can basically link it. So I simply want in Feb how many total tasks I have completed the whole month. So you can just press equals, and then you can go to Jan and select the cell that you want the informations to be copied from. So I want the copied from here, so just press enter. So you can see that it has got the information. How do you verify it? You can see that this is showing Jan 24 A7. So basically it's copying the information from that cell. So if you just want to uh, test it, so if I just put something else here, for example I want to see 95, okay, for now just to check. So you can see it's showing 95. It's not copying from this cell, it's copying from that sheet. So that's it for this video. So I hope it's been really helpful. You can also set some condition on this range to basically make it more colorful. So let me just go ahead and do that. So we can just select the range and go to conditional formatting. So I want if any cell that is greater than 50%, so I want a color like uh, I want to highlight that cell. Okay, so I want to color that cell by this color. So to do that, I can just simply go to is equals to, or great, can simply go to greater than functions, or equals to, greater than equals to, and I can just put if it is greater than 50%, then I want it to be highlighted. So you can see that, so whatever the day I have like completed more than 70% task, you can see it's highlighted 67. So you can add multiple conditions like this. So we have created the dashboard live. So now you can see the dashboard, and we can compare it with our the previous dashboard that we had. So this is the main dashboard that I have, and I have created this dashboard which looks more great, I would say. So I think I'm going to use this template now. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for watching the video. So if you have any suggestions, any feedback, to leave in the comments box, and I would see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.